Hi there. I'm your host, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your friendly guide today. Welcome to this explainer on demystifying public relations. If you're a beginner looking to finally understand what PR is all about, well, you're in exactly the right place. Let's jump right in. There's a pretty famous saying in our industry. PR is one of those terms that gets used a lot, but not always correctly. And let's be honest, if you're new to this, it can be incredibly confusing. You might be sitting there wondering, is PR just getting featured in the media? Is it sending out endless press releases into the void? Or is it just kind of another fancy word for marketing? Well, stick with me because today I promise we're going to clear all of that up for you. Let's take a quick look at our roadmap for this explainer. We're covering 5 main sections. Section 1, what PR actually means. Section 2, PR versus marketing and ads. Section 3, how PR shows up. Section 4, what PR does for business. And finally, Section 5, what PR actually isn't. Don't worry, we're going to break this intimidating topic down into very simple, manageable pieces. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, what PR actually means. Managing reputation through external communication. Here's your core definition. Public relations, or PR, is how a brand manages its reputation and public perception through external communication channels. Ultimately, it influences how others interpret your message. You see, PR isn't about directly controlling every single word that's said about you. It's not dictating the exact script. Instead, it's about getting third parties, so we're talking journalists, industry publications, or podcasters, to discuss and validate your message for you. Moving right along to Section 2, PR versus marketing and ads, understanding the crucial differences. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we clearly separate these functions, because this is usually where the biggest mix-ups happen. Marketing promotes and drives demand. Advertising pays for visibility. But PR uniquely earns credibility through third-party validation. While they absolutely support each other in a broader business strategy, like a giant puzzle, PR is the only piece fundamentally built on earning that crucial, genuine credibility. Let's put advertising and PR head-to-head for a second. Advertising shows a product directly to a customer because, well, you paid for that placement. PR, on the other hand, is when a journalist independently writes about why your product is relevant. And that right there builds a much, much deeper layer of trust because it relies on an independent, respected voice rather than just your own promotional budget. Makes sense, right? All right, Section 3, how PR shows up, the mechanics and formats in practice. So, what do the day-to-day mechanics actually look like? PR pros don't just blindly blast press releases out to hundreds of emails. The process actually starts by identifying stories, then shaping the angles, building real relationships with journalists, and finally, pitching editorial ideas. They act as this vital bridge between a company's goals and what the media actually wants and frankly needs to publish. And please keep this in mind. It is absolutely crucial. Brands don't get featured just because they exist. There simply has to be a story angle. Journalists are constantly on the hunt for relevance and timing. To put that into perspective, a startup might get media coverage not just because they launched a new app, tons of apps launch every day, but because that specific app addresses a wider, pressing problem within their industry. Let's rapidly list out the 6 formats of PR. We've got media coverage, which are those earned articles. We have press releases, media queries, thought leadership pieces, podcasts and interviews, and finally, newsletters and curated features. So as you can see, PR is an incredibly diverse, multifaceted toolkit. It's definitely not just one single activity. So the crucial point here is that media coverage is the strongest form of PR. Why? Because it comes from an external, trusted editorial source. Literally nothing shapes public perception quite like an earned article from an independent journalist. It's the gold standard. Next up, Section 4, what PR does for business. Building long-term value. The direct, tangible benefits for your business are immense. We're talking credibility and trust, brand awareness, authority positioning, and long-term visibility. Together, these elements beautifully combine to introduce your brand to completely new audiences and position you or your founders as genuine industry experts over time. Let's move to and see how this builds when we talk about visibility. Think about it. Advertising disappears the exact second your budget stops. The moment you turn off the top, you're gone. But PR, that content often remains online for years. PR is an ongoing presence that compounds your credibility month after month, year after year. Finally, Section 5, what PR actually isn't, managing expectations and reality. Time for a quick reality check to save you some future headaches. PR does not guarantee instant results, it doesn't guarantee direct sales, it won't guarantee virality, and it absolutely doesn't promise immediate performance improvements. We must firmly state that PR is about shaping perception and building trust over the long haul. It should never, ever be treated as a direct transactional tool for instant conversions. And this brilliantly illustrates our next core truth. Coverage is a result, not the entire system. Many people mistakenly think PR is only about getting that one media feature. But actually, scratch that, PR is a holistic approach to long-term storytelling and reputation management. The coverage? That's just the fruit of the labor. Here's a little insider tip to take with you. PR works best when it connects a brand to something bigger than itself, like wider industry trends or original research. Strong, unique story angles will always beat out generic company announcements. So, what does this all mean for you? How will you use PR to earn credibility and tell your brand's bigger story? That is the big, provocative question I want to leave you with today. I deeply encourage you to take these concepts and start applying them to your own projects. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.